So I haven't done a Dear DeLaGhetto in over 3 years. If you're new to my channel, Dear DeLaGhetto is a thing that I used to do pretty consistently back in the day, and it's kind of what really got my channel jump started in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of OG fans, they grew up watching the Dear DeLaGhettos, and it was just me answering questions that you guys sent in, relationship questions, life questions, whatever questions. These questions y'all sent me, and I would answer. You know, a lot of the kids come up to me now. Well, you're not kids anymore, but a lot of the kids that grew up watching me were like, "Yo, man, Dear DeLaGhetto got me through high school, helped me learn how to talk to girls, whatever." And you know, I took a little break from doing them. I literally haven't done one since December 16th, 2015. So that is over 3 years ago. It's been a while. That was Dear DeLaGhetto number 51. And you know, I kind of took a little break from doing them because I felt like, you know, a lot of kids were asking like the same questions. I felt like I was answering the same questions over and over again. I was kind of giving the same answers. But I realize now, you know, I've been doing this shit I've been on YouTube for 13 years, right? Oh my God, 13 years. So it's a whole new generation of children. It's a whole new generation of you crazy little stupid kids out there that need my advice and need my help. I'm not, you know, I was like Big Brother Tim. Now I'm Uncle Tim now. You know what I'm saying? I'm Uncle Tim giving you that advice that you guys really need, because you know, it's a whole new game. Social media got y'all fucked up. Comments and likes to validate your life, and you know, it's a whole new game out there, and I've lived it. And not only that, you know, your boy's like married and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Many things have elevated and gone next level in my life, career and relationship. So what better time than now to give y'all this new level of knowledge that I have? You know what I'm saying? As you can tell, it's already a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Early Dear DeLaGhettos, I was like, you know, I was like all over the place and screaming and shit. Something, you know, I'm different now. You know, it's not that I'm a different person. I'm just kind of like, you know, I don't feel the need to be like anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know. So this is perfect. We got a question about the internet. We got a question about my career, and then we got a question about fucking. Alright, so it's gonna give you a little bit of everything for this first little reintroduction. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Tim Mathie DeLaGhetto. Alright, Dear DeLaGhetto. Oh my God, it's been so long. Alright, Dear DeLaGhetto, do you think money has changed you at all, or do you still feel the same? Like, do you have to second guess people's loyalty because they want a bite out of your fame, or do you feel comfortable like you did before? Thomas Alice. Alright, do I think money has changed me at all, or do I still feel the same? Okay, check this out. I feel exactly the same, alright? But you will be a lying asshole if you say that money doesn't change you at all, because it sure the fuck does, alright? And let me give you some specific examples, okay? And this is just me being broke as a youngin' and then getting money and not being used to shit and then getting used to shit, alright? For example, back in the day, I used to think like valeting my car was so stupid. I'm like, what am I valet for? What's the point? I'll just park, save my money, and walk, right? And I remember specifically one time I was with the homie. He had just got off tour. We were going to Vegas, and we had our bags and shit. And he was like, "You're not just gonna valet the car? Like they, you know, so we right in front of the hotel." I was like, "Man, for what? We just park in the parking lot and then grab our shit and take it to the lobby. What we need a valet for? You know, I don't need to do that bougie shit." I just thought it was silly. But then after a while, being like, "Wait, valet is only like what, $10, $20? Fuck. Why would I waste my time trying to find a parking lot?" I got to a point where I was like, oh, if there's a valet, I'm always gonna valet. It's like easy, convenience. Let me just park here, have this man park my shit real quick, right? So now it's like I always valet. I used to think that shit was silly. Same shit goes for when I'm in the club, right? Back in the day, I mean, I don't even hit the club like that anymore. I'm grown, literally, Chia's asleep. I'm in my office right now. Look, we're still kind of in the process of furnishing the shit. Oh yeah, I probably should address that. I know it's looking mad empty. I still gotta hang shit up. Chill out. Back in the day, I used to look at people that bought tables at the club, and I used to be like, man, why would you waste all that money buying a table at the club just to sit around with your same group of friends, 4 or 5 people, looking at everybody dancing around in a little area when you could be down here dancing, sweating, having a good time for like, you know, for free if you're a girl, and, you know, $20 if you're a guy or whatever, right? Like, that just seems silly to me. Like, the whole idea of spending like a G or $500 or whatever at the club to buy a bottle or a table was just silly to me. But here's what happened. We started doing all these club shows, and, you know, I had like a good 1.5 years of my life where we were touring a lot because like all the YouTube Asian musicians were like just getting booked for a lot of shows. So we were doing mad shows, doing like club events, and we would always have a party at the club afterwards, a little after party, and they would always have a table for us, a little VIP section, whatever. And I kind of realized, whoa, I kind of like just being up in my own little personal section with the homies and the homegirls, grinding on each other, getting drunk by ourselves, not having to be in the crowd. And it was, and then I realized if I was trying to mess with girls, all you had to do was be like, yo, get some girls over here to drink the liquor, and girls would flock to the table. It was like, wow, I don't have to stand in the middle of the club looking awkward, pretending like I'm texting, trying to find somebody to grind on. All I gotta do is be like, yo, come drink my liquor, and girls will come grind. It's lit. Honest to God, I know it sounds mad bougie, but it definitely got to a point where I was like, yo, if I don't have no section, I'm not going to the club. I'm not about to stand around in the muck of commoners. Now, do I have to second guess people's loyalty because they might want to take a bite of my fame? Here's the thing, you know, I'm very careful about who I let into my personal circle, you know what I'm saying? I've had the same group of friends that I kick it with since like the high school. So I've never really struggled with being like, oh, is this new person in my life just with me because of the fame or the clout, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really let people in like that are brand new, you know what I'm saying? It really takes a lot for me to be like, yo, you are in my circle, you know, of people, because it's not even a circle, it's 4 people, it's a square, and then she is in the middle. Oh, isn't that cute? I network with people. I am cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? I will drink and have a good time with a lot of different kinds of people. I fuck with and vibe with a lot of people. But in terms of who I really like let in, I don't need no new friends. Like, for what? I have friends that I already feel like we barely have time for each other. What do I need new homies for? Like, whenever I'm at events and a dude who's not trying to work, who's just like, hey man, you know, let me get your number, like, you know, let's hang out sometime. I want to be like, why? What? Why? I don't need. I have friends, bro. And I know that sounds like, why don't you want to open up to new people and shit? Like, yeah, look, like a lot of people I meet, I vibe, I fuck with, cool. Let's grab a drink, let's chop it up. But like, you know, why? I really, you know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I have my dudes, I have my chick. I'm good on new people. So as a result of me just not being interested in trying to meet new friends, I don't have to worry about people using me. Dear DeLaGhetto, so my question is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to emerge in not only the social media world in 2019, but someone who wants to make it big to traditional media as well? Thanks in advance, bro. Been a long time supporter since 2006. Biiittch Gupta. Alright, BJ, check it out, man. You know, I get asked this question a whole lot, right? People are always like, yo, man, how'd you do it? and here's the thing, bro. My first thing I have to tell you right now is that do not expect it to happen easily. You know, a lot of people that you see popping off, it seems like it happens like overnight or whatever. But look at me, bro. Look, I've been on YouTube for 13 years, right? And I still feel like I had to grind for 10 years before I even really got my foot in the door to what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I was on YouTube for like 6 or 7 years before the Whaaat opportunity opened up and I got to audition for that. And now that YouTube isn't necessarily my main focus, like, you know, well, my main focus has always been traditional media, right? TV, movies, all that. You guys know that. I mean, most of y'all know that. If you didn't know that, that was always the goal. You know what I'm saying? I got on YouTube because I wanted to use it as a stepping stone for TV and movies, and eventually that's what it did. You know, I was on a hit TV show for like 6 years, 8 seasons, and now, you know, I really want to take it next level. But as I said, I was grinding. I'm still grinding. I feel like I'm still trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ask me for advice. I'm telling you right now, I'm still trying to get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I still feel like I need to accomplish, that I want to accomplish before I can fully feel like I've like made it. You know, people are like, bro, you know, you're famous. I'm like, I'm really not. You know, like, yeah, some people know who I am, and I'm able to make a living and buy nice things from making entertaining videos. But as far as the shit I want to do, I feel like I'm just getting started. So my first word of advice is, it's gonna take a long time. You better be willing to put in the work, you know what I'm saying? And also, my second word of advice is, you're gonna hear no a million times, you're gonna get rejected a million times, and you're gonna be knocked down a lot. You know, it's gonna be so many times where you get mad hype, where you're like, yo, this is gonna be my big break, this is my opportunity, this is gonna be the thing that's gonna get me in the door, and then nothing happens. Even with the support and the fan base and the followers I've built now, you know what I'm saying? I've literally been to like hundreds of meetings with important people that have led to nothing, you know what I'm saying? I want to say like out of like every 20 meetings, maybe one thing will happen, you know? And then I'm like, I stopped mid, you know what I'm saying, right there, because I'm trying to say it less, but it's really difficult when I'm just rambling like this, right? So as far as traditional media, that would be my main word of advice, is that, you know, you will get presented with a lot of dreams and possibilities that lead to nothing, and that doesn't mean you should quit. If you want it, you will continue to pursue it, and you know, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. You know, I don't want to give you the false hope that like, just, you know, hey, doesn't matter how many times you try, you know, and get rejected, you will always succeed. That's not true either, you know. I think it takes talent, and it takes consistency, and, you know, also it takes some luck and just some good karma and some good universe juice, you know, because I definitely know people, now that I've been in it and I've been grinding for so many years, I know people that were driven like me and as passionate as I was, who didn't live their dream, you know, who got to a point where they were like, you know what? It's not gonna happen for me. I did what I set out to pursue this dream, and it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. But at least I tried, and I had fun along the way. And, you know, and that's the thing about it, is I've been doing this for a long time, so I kind of came up with people who had to throw in the towel, respectfully, you know, and there's no shame in that. Like, if you don't at least try, you are gonna always look back and regret it, you know. I treat my career the same way I treat like my love life, you know. I use this metaphor a lot, where what if in your life, you know, you see this beautiful girl or guy, and you don't approach her for whatever reason, right? Because you're nervous, or you feel like you're gonna get rejected, and for the rest of your life you're like, yo, I should have talked to that girl, man. I wonder what she's up to. That could have been my wife. What if that was my wife and I missed out on the opportunity to have this amazing relationship because I was a little bitch? Like, don't be a bitch, bro. And you know, maybe it wasn't gonna be an amazing relationship. Maybe it was just gonna be like 2 months of a roller coaster of emotions and super freaky dicky amazing passionate love making, right? Like you eat her booty and then she says shit like ooh, hurt me daddy, oh come on my face, and then you're like, oh, and you're like, yo, I like this, but the other girl didn't want to do this, but I really like this, you know what I'm saying? And y'all spend most of your time getting freaky in fitting rooms of an Old Navy, and then you guys have a horrible breakup and she like throws your favorite shoes away or something like that, right? But at least you know that you tried and you failed and you don't have that feeling of like shit. Cause that feeling of rejection lasts for like 5 seconds, right? She says no, calls you ugly, whatever, move on, it's whatever. But that feeling of what if, what could have been, that shit will haunt you for the rest of your life, man. In terms of social media, you know, that's tough for y'all because it truly is so saturated with so many people trying to be the next big Instagram comedian or Twitter comedian, you know what I'm saying, or Vine star, rest in peace. It's dope because there's so many different ways to get on and get your name out there and get your face out there nowadays with all these apps and the internet, but also it's more difficult because everybody's trying to do it, you know what I'm saying, and TikTok stars and Snapchat stars and Chatterbait stars. There's just so many ways to get poppin'. So if you're gonna do it on the internet, I say find a way to stick out. I always tell people, find a way to do what everyone's doing, but do it in a unique way. Because the best way to gain an audience quicker, right, is to stick with like the trends and kind of do what everyone else is doing and hashtags and all that shit, because it really does help you get on the radar of people who aren't familiar with what you do. But if there's everybody trying to do the same, you gotta find a way to be unique and stick out, right? Speaking of the internet and all my future internet stars out there, you know, you gotta be careful in these internet streets. A lot of people's pictures and videos get leaked, all the information. I don't want y'all to get hacked, and I know we live on the internet, so I highly suggest getting a VPN. And if you don't know what a VPN is, it is a virtual private network. So it's your own little private network, so people can't get into your shit. I use Hotspot Shield Premium. I suggest using it, downloading it. Check it out. Check it out. As you can see, it's super easy to download. Close up real quick, just so I make sure y'all know that this app keeps your internet secure and protects your private information, especially if you're using some free public Wi-Fi where attackers can get your personal information like credit card information and your personal logins and your bank information and stuff like that. VPN also allows you to select the country you want to appear from, all while securing your connection. You can download this app on your cell phone, laptop, or desktop. So yeah, man, you can get full stats about your connection, protect your internet, choose the country that you want to appear from, all that good stuff. VPN, link in the description. Alright, dear DeLaGhetto, I've been talking to this guy for a couple months now, and the sex is really good, but he's super sensitive and he can't take a joke. I'm a super sarcastic person and I joke around with a lot of my friends and family a lot, but he always gets offended. I never say anything malicious, but he always gets his feelings hurt. How do I tell him he's being too sensitive, or should I just drop him? Thanks so much, Kiana. Hey, Kiana, drop this fool. He is a bitch. Hey, no, but look, for real, everybody takes jokes differently. Everybody has their own separate kind of sense of humor, right? And if he can't handle your sense of humor for whatever reason, if he's too sensitive and you like to play around and be mean and you like to like make fucked up jokes and he's offended or whatever, it's not gonna work. From my experience, this is not something where the sex is bomb enough where you should stick it out or compromise your sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? Where and he shouldn't have to change who he is either, you know, unless sparks are flying in every. No, you know what? Fuck that, man. Jokes are so important to me in a relationship. Sense of humor is so important to me just in a person. If I can't like mesh with that person, joke wise and laugh wise, I'm not fucking with it. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get to a point where everything you say is offending him, hurting his feelings, making him cry. And you're gonna start to feel like, oh, I can't even be myself. I can't even joke the way I want to. And then he's gonna start feeling like, oh, she doesn't even care about my feelings. She won't compromise for me. She never thinks of me. But in actuality, you're just being yourself, right? I've been in that relationship where the jokes I was making would always make her mad, or it would always end up in a fight. And I tried to, like, I told myself I could fix it and make it better somehow, but it didn't work, man. It's not worth it. Look, you're gonna feel frustrated because you can't be yourself. He's gonna feel frustrated because he's gonna feel like you don't care about his feelings, and he's a little bitch. Nah. But trust me, there's way too many options out there for you to try and bend and twist and fit your way to try and fit with something that doesn't fit just because he might be cute or he got some good penis, alright? So let that boy down easy, because, you know, obviously he's a sensitive soul, and I'm not trying to sensitive shame either, because look, I have a sensitive side as well. I'm a Pisces. March 6th is my birthday, so I understand. I've been in that relationship. I've cried in relationships, but I also learned that, yo, you gotta balance it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, be open with yourself and be expressive of your feelings, but also know when it's time to be like, hey man, hey, I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. Sometimes you have to balance out the being sensitive and that warm, soft side of your heart, and also you gotta know when to tighten up and let her know you ain't no bitch, homie. Like, nah, I'm not gonna cry, I don't care. Fine then, I don't care. Alright, so I've rambled for a really long time. If you enjoy rambling and long conversations, my podcast just launched. It's me, Ricky Shucks, the lovely Nikki Blades. It's called the No Chaser Podcast. On iTunes for sure, and it's on Spotify for sure. I don't know how else y'all gonna be listening to podcasts, but I'm sure it's on there as well.
Have you ever given anybody whack dick or cooch in the past and like been like, I need to rectify this situation and be like, hey, please let me give it to you again so I can show you that this is not what I'm about?
Yeah, twice.
Very specific. Wow, do you guys keep notes?
Mental notes.
Mental notes.
Because for sure, you know, in my day, like, you know, I've given females in the past. Wait, females don't like being called females anymore. I've given women whack dick in the past. I've given some solid, like, great dick as well.
Okay.
But every once in a while I'll be laying in bed or like in a bubble bath, you know what I'm saying, staring at the ceiling, and I'm thinking like, man, that girl to this day will tell the story of the day I gave her whack dick.
Do you want to know if it's good or not?
Yeah.
A girl will let you know if it was good or not.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Thank you. King shit.